Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we're talking about Sagittarius in the 12th house in your birth chart. So, what does it mean when we have Sagittarius in the 12th house in your D1 birth chart? I am a Vedic astrologer, so I use the sidereal system. And if you'd like a Vedic astrology reading with me, then you can go to vincent.thunderwizard.com. Links in the description down below. And yeah, let's get started. So what does it mean when we have Sagittarius in the 12th house? Basically it means, well, we need to understand what the sign of Sagittarius means and what the 12th house means. So the sign of Sagittarius is all about religion, it's all about spirituality, philosophy, higher education. It's also a sign of teachers and gurus and college professors, spiritual teachers, pastors, all kinds of, teachers. And so then we have the 12th house. So what is the 12th house? The 12th house is basically the house of spirituality. It's the house of spirituality, it's the house of sleep, it's the house of bed pleasures, it's the house of giving away your energy. So, sacrificing and giving away your energy and things like that. So, yeah. So the 12th house is pretty much all about, spirituality and things like that. And it's traditionally the 12th sign, which is Pisces, rules the 12th house. So if you think of the 12th house, you can think of the sign of Pisces as well, because those things kind of correlate and go together. So, yeah, so basically what we have here is we have Sagittarius in the 12th house, which so we have the sign of we have the sign of spirituality and this like fiery energy that's like dynamic, and it's also like very structured, very like into philosophy and like the higher learning, higher education and things like that. So, and then we have the house of spirituality. So your spiritual philosophy is going to be like very well, your spirituality, I should say, is going to be very philosophical, and like it's more, I would say someone with this placement would be more like religious and dogmatic than somebody who has like Pisces in the 12th house or something like that. So because Sagittarius is all about, following the rules, having this strict philosophy and, things like that. So it's just kind of a placement where we can kind of depend on our intellect more than our we would depend on our intellect more than our like actual feelings and like our actual spirituality and things like that. Someone with this placement could also be very, like a sapiosexual. So like, the higher learning, the like they're very intellectual. So like, 12th house has to do with your sex life, and Sagittarius has to do with like the wisdom. So wisdom and like learning, and so you might be turned on by somebody who can like teach you new things. It could also mean that you might want to have a relationship with your teacher, something like that. So you know, it's an interesting placement there. So what else could I say about this placement? It's just kind of you know, it's a really interesting placement. I would say someone who has this placement would be more into their intellectual leanings and into their like philosophy and things like that, rather than like it's very intellectual pursuits is what I'm trying to say. Very intellectual thinking, like their spirituality could be very intellectual and all in their head, but you know, they might not like to meditate, you know, things like that. They might not want to actually, like, quieting the mind and things like that could be very challenging for them. So yeah, so you would probably be more pulled towards like a philosophy, like a spiritual philosophy, like kind of like Buddhism. It's, you know, Buddhism is very philosophical, and you know, so so if you have this placement, you would be more inclined towards like intellectual spirituality rather than actually meditating and actually going deep within your own psyche and deep within your own self, and you know, tapping into who you are. Spirituality to me is self-discovery. It's all about meditating and going within and becoming conscious of who you really are. But someone with this placement would be very, like, you know, like their thing would be maybe like higher, like tapping into spirituality through higher education, through learning and things like that, through like this external philosophy. So like maybe Greek philosophy could be their spirituality, things like that, or Buddhism, you know, philosophies of Buddhism, or like, you know, just different things like that could be their, you know, their specific philosophy, their specific like spirituality. And once again, guys, I'm painting with a broad brush. I'm generalizing because I'm not going into like the specific planetary nakshatras and all this stuff. So, you know, this is a general analysis of Scorpio, or Sagittarius in the 12th house. So, also, if you want to get more information about what this placement is all about, you can either book a reading with me or look at where your Jupiter is placed. Your Jupiter placement will tell you a lot more about what's going on in this 12th house for you. Okay, so yeah, if you'd like to get an astrology reading with me, you can go to down below. It's vincent.thunderwizard.com. You can go to here to linktree/Gebo the Shaman. And I'm offering not only Vedic astrology readings, but I'm also offering distance energy healing, career coaching, life coaching. So if you want to know what your soul desire is, then we will go into a session and we will go do like a guided meditation, and followed by, you know, me asking you some probing questions and really diving into what it is that you really want to do on a soul level. So this can be, you know, very, very helpful. And I've had clients before who have, you know, had really great experiences with it. So yeah. I also offer ongoing life coaching, so if you want to sign up for ongoing life coaching, we can do that at patreon.com/Gebo the Shaman. And that basically is we meet together like once a month, twice a month, or every week. So so yeah, it can be very tailored to your schedule and things like that. And basically what that is once we know what your soul desire is, we work together on a system of goal setting and getting you to where you want to be. So that's what I do. We can also talk about, feelings and, you know, do some spiritual counseling. I am a spiritual counselor as well. So, I'm open to working with you in whatever capacity you need me to. And then I do offer also support groups. So support groups are great. They're a great resource. And basically what they are is we all get together in like a small group of 5 people, and we and I do my best to ensure that everybody is seen, and that everybody gets a chance to talk, and that we respect each other's boundaries. And I basically try my best to make it a comfortable place for people to be very vulnerable and very open with their emotions and stuff like that. And it's a place for great connections too, connecting with other people on that emotional level, which is a really fantastic way to heal and to grow. So yeah, I offer support groups. I also offer energy work courses. So you can see these right here: the Cosmic Qigong course and the Self-Transformation course. The Self-Transformation course combines Kundalini Yoga, meditation, Qigong, and now there's a new form of Qigong. It's called Lightning Qigong, and it taps into the infinite power of your soul, and it releases it so that you can use that energy to manifest. And I've made videos on how to use that energy to manifest before. So guys, the Qigong that you can see right there, the Cosmic Qigong, that is basically tapping into the lightning energy as well. So all of the practices that I teach come from a very specific tradition that is a very, very secretive, mystical Taoist tradition. So it's very powerful stuff. Alright guys, so I guess that's about it. So thank you for watching, and we will talk to you later. Peace.